You can't breathe until you choke. You gotta laugh when you're the joke. Welcome to the Soul Cave. Now onward to the probably the best one that released that day, and that was the Rainman with the actual raindrops on it. These aren't painted on. These are actually like glue drops or something made to look like raindrops. I mean, you can feel them. The texture's 3D-ish. Can you see that? I think you can. That is awesome. 3 different color laces. So, nice. Very nice. Best one out of that released that day, in my opinion. So, Rainman. Rainman. James, what do we got here? Oh, yes, I wanted this, I wanted this, I wanted this when it came out. And I'm like, nope, not going to get it. I want it. I'm not going to get it. Want it. Not going to get it. Finally got it. St. Patty Day. One. Boom, boom. I mean, come on now. You want a green, or you want a 1 that's going to pop? Awesome. This is it, man. I haven't seen a 1 come out in a while, not counting classic colorways, that I'm just like, damn, I gotta have that 1. But you know me, I'm a 1 person, but like I said, I've been cutting back. But I had to get that. St. Patty Day 1, man, just crazy green. Crazy. Alright, let's start pulling some of these out from down here. Alright, I've had these sitting here so long, I forgot I had them, and I don't even remember if they had a nickname or not. Some KDs. There's silver and blue. You got your red, you got your orange. I don't even, it's been so long I don't remember a name for them. Doesn't matter. Not really. Just kind of your run-of-the-mill KDs. Nothing real special about them, in my opinion. To be honest with you, now that I'm looking at them, I'm questioning why I bought them, to be honest with you. Maybe if I find the receipt, I'll take these. I'm not taking those shoes back. I'll wear them sometime. Anyway. What do we got down here? Aha! Now, this is what they should have done, which they did do with the Royal Blues. Thankfully. Which they should have done with the Chicagos, but they didn't. But that's the Knicks colorway that came out the same day as the Chicago colorway. No Jordan on the back like that. Your Nike Air on the tongue. Awesome. So wish they would have done the Chicago colorways that way, but oh well. It is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't. And if you think, you stank. Knicks colorway. Another awesome colorway for the ones. Nice and loud. Pop in your face. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All I got to say is here I am. Now this shoe, I've talked about this shoe, but I didn't discuss it exactly. About one of my older videos, I don't remember which one, I talked about, you know, broaden the horizons on what's the cool out there, what, you know, with all the stuff. And since I made that video, it has broadened a lot more with what's cool and what people are going for, what people are going after. I've got to say this, Reebok and Fila and even Adidas, thank you for stepping up your game. I swear to you, I was so aggravated with those 3 companies because of the potential that I felt they were losing with the hype that's on shoes nowadays. And now, finally, they are stepping to the plate. And Reebok kind of started the whole thing. Well, Adidas, I guess, did with the Rose and started going a little crazy with the Rose. And then, which I still want to get that Nightmare Before Christmas Rose. But, and then, then Reebok started with the Kamikazes, you know. And then they're bringing out the Shaqs. And then this company, I'm like, they were never really kind of there. But I felt, and actually, I think my wife knows the president of this company because she's a pharmacist, and you know he used to use her pharmacy that she used to work at. So I never got to meet the guy. And, but I always wanted to say, dude, let me give you some advice. Let me tell you what you need to do. Let me tell you what shoes you need to bring back. What you need to do to get things going, to get your level. Because I never felt this brand was there. They are always like way down here. I mean, you have your Nike here. You have your, Reebok and Adidas here. And these guys were always down here. Maybe a little bit higher. I guess down here you would have your little brands that really never did anything, like your Troop and your British Knights and all that stuff. But this one was above those, obviously. But I'm like, dude, you're missing out. I wanted to grab this guy so bad, just let me give you some advice on how to run your damn company. And I'm glad that all these other brands are stepping up, and they're starting to create their own hype, which is broadening the shoe horizon dramatically. And it's giving people who maybe don't have the opportunity to get a cool Jordan or a cool Nike to go get a cool Reebok or a cool Fila. The Fila Cage. All right. I love this shoe, and I've just never bought it. And I was on Jimmy Jazz, and they had them for like $30. And they didn't have many left in my size, but they did have this one left in my size, and it had purple on it. I'm like, no brainer, mine. And I've worn this. I've worn this a couple of times. I've got to say, this is a very nice, comfortable freaking shoe. If they would bring out some of these cages and it's just some like poppin' ass colors, I guarantee you this design, this shoe would go crazy. I'm telling you, this shoe would go to a whole nother level if they stepped up the color game palettes on these shoes. And the fact that they're getting back into the retroing, just today, or was it yesterday or whatever, this week, was it the Grants or whatever that came out? Or the 96s, what are they called? See, I don't even know, that's the bad thing. I don't even know too much of the history of Fila. That's how out of the limelight they were. Grant Hill, right? I think. 96s, something. But finally they're stepping up. And I gotta say, they could go to a whole nother level with not just, you can only live so long on retros. You've got to do other stuff too. I feel if they would just come out with some new colorways, some poppin' ass colorways, that they could go to a whole nother level. And there are a lot of colorways out for this shoe. I will give you that, but in my opinion, there's none that's really wham. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, oh well. But anyway, very nice shoe. You can check Jimmy Jazz, see if they still have any of those on clearance. That's where I got that, but that was months ago. Obviously, like I'm way behind. This shoe is an impulse buy. And what I liked about it is what I hated about it. Is the color palettes on it are very 1980s. Very 1980 Miami Vice colorway. But it's almost what I don't like about it. There's just something about this teal color that just doesn't sit well with my eyes. But I mean, I love the rest of it. I'm still debating on if I'm going to keep these, wear these, whatever. They are actually called the the Griffey Max 360s. So these are everywhere out there. You can get these even in different colorways, but this is the brightest and boldest colorway. But be a nice summer shoe, maybe wear on the beach with no socks or something like that. Something not to worry about. Run through the ocean in them or something, But actually, to be honest with you, the price I thought was kind of ridiculous, and it made me want to almost take them back, because the price on those was $170. Yeah, can you believe that? So was this shoe worth the price? No, it wasn't. So I don't know. That was probably my dumbest impulse buy ever, in my opinion. But what do we got here? Oh yeah, got these when I got the Joker 3s. Joker 1s. Green just kicking off there. I already went through why I love this colorway on the 3s, so we won't get into that again. These, I believe, still sitting out there, and then you have that nice little design in there. So awesome right there. What do we got here? That's a box, probably for my volts. Yep. Next. That's just another pair of crimsons. Doubled up on the crimsons. So, that was the crimson 3s. These I already wore. Actually, Adrian wore these too, my son. This was one of the Area 72s I wanted to make sure I got. And that was the Lunar Force. Kick-ass colorway on this, to be honest with you. Kick-ass design. These Lunar Forces, they're starting to come out. There's, what, 3 that came out today? I would have got if I didn't slow down. I would have got them all. But there we go. This price tag was a little... No, it wasn't this one. That was the Digi ones. Those were $150 though. Alright, these next 4 pairs of shoes. 4 pairs. 4 pairs of shoes were shoes that I said, I'm not touching these goddamn shoes. What the hell is wrong with these people? So what do, James? Same thing you did with the LeBron 10s. You went pussy and you bought them. You went pussy and you bought them. This shoe I was not gonna touch. I wasn't. I'm like, it's ugly. The price is ridiculous. But all I ever heard was, damn, that shoe is one comfortable freaking shoe. And next thing you know, I've got 4 of them. I don't know what colorway we're pulling up first. But we'll start right here. 42s. If I can get in the box. The box is a box within a box. Within a lid. And we got the 28s. The ugly ass 28s. Nike, how can you make a shoe? It seems like that they were trying to make the cheapest way they could a shoe, but yet get the most value out of it, most money out of it. It looks better folded down. I will never wear these things zipped up. There you go with the never again, James. You said you'd never buy them either, you dumbass. So we got the blue. Crazy. It's almost like they use the interior of... I don't want to say the 10s, 2010s. I'm brain farting, sorry. You're getting too much into the conversation. Yeah, it was the 10s. Anyway. Or even a mellow, even. And then just wrap some material around it. Well, anyway. Let's strip it down, baby! So that's the blue. Yeah, 4. 4. 4. Alright. I think I need to wear them, see how comfortable they really are. There's one. Which one's this one, James? I wonder what these smell like. I didn't even smell that last one. Alright, this one I haven't even pulled out of the package yet. Still got your baggie it came in. And we got a yellow. We got the yellow. I can't believe I said I was not going to get these. And now I'm sitting here with $1,000 worth of 28s in my collection. Yeah, different smell. Nothing special. You got your yellow down there. That's the shoestrings in the way. So pretty much the same as last one. Carbon fiber, even though I didn't go into the details. Got your carbon fibers on the back. Like I said, everybody keeps saying how comfortable these things are. I personally have not tried them on yet. I have not worn them. You would think I would have tried them on after one pair before going out and buying 3 more. But no, James never does anything the sensible way, does he? No. He just always tries to go over the top. Doesn't use his brain too much, does he? No. You know, I get kids asking me questions all the time. Dude, you got all those shoes. Are you sponsored? My response, I wish. I wish I was sponsored. I could stop dropping my hard-ass earned money on sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Stuff's getting too much. Too much. But at least the one thing about the shoes, if I ever came across hard times, I mean, really, I got something to sell. You know. And we got a red pair. Not even gonna unzip these. Got your red 28s. So pretty cool. Pretty cool colorways. They've grown on me a lot. So like I said, just need to get them on the feet, see what they're like. But yeah, like I was saying, if anything ever happened, I got a lot of inventory to sell if need be.